I sit alone where shadows linger, and the night feels colder than my skin. Every corner holds your memory, like a song I cannot begin. The wind hums low through broken windows, carrying whispers of your name. And I trace the empty name, and I trace the empty flame, and I trace the empty spaces where your laughter used to flame. The city sleeps in muted silence, while my mind races endlessly. Paint your face on every surface that I thought was just for me. Street lights flicker like faint hope, but the hope is too thin to hold. And the warmth of what we had feels distant, tired and cold. I remember your hands like sunlight through the cracks of a weary sky, how they held me tenderly even when the world said goodbye. Now I reach for shadows and echoes, a silhouette's thought, a flickering light. I walk the streets we once wandered, hoping I carry you near, but every step only reminds me that your footsteps disappear. Your voice is a river in my chest, each memory a stone I cannot skin. And I fold it over my chest, like it could let me breathe again. But warmth is just an illusion when the fire has burned away, and I'm left with the quiet ache of missing what I couldn't stay. I see our pictures in the hallway, faces frozen and fleek and betray us with strangers, noise and wine. But out your hand holding mine, even sleep is a battlefield. Your shadow fights for space, and I wake to find my pillow imprinted with your face. Do you remember the nights we stayed awake, watching stars bleed into dawn? How we promised to outrun sorrow, but the sorrow proved too strong. I replay what you whispered like a record I cannot stop, and every repetition breaks me a little more than the last drop. I wish I could unlearn your eyes, unhear the tone of your sigh, erase the echo of your heartbeat from the chambers where it lies. But memory is a cruel companion, and it lingered a stubborn role. It refusing to let me soar, that you'll never come back through the door. I write letters I'll never send, hoping the paper might hold you near, but ink cannot replicate the sound of your voice in my ear. I walk past the cafe where we laughed, every table a ghost of our time, and the smell of coffee and rain becomes a cruel fleeting rhyme. Even the moon seems heavier now, and I lie awake counting.